Now, you could make a case, too, in a couple minutes I have left with you, John Smoltz, that the defending World Series champs are far better this time around than they were last year. I mean, the way that Bregman is playing right now is lights out. You could say he's their best player on a team filled with stars, from Altuve to everyone else, right? And then Verlander's getting the ball tonight. But then the Cleveland Indians, you could make a case, are better than the team that might have knocked off the Yankees last year. I mean, it's amazing how loaded this American League is right now. How do you think Indians-Astros plays out?
You know, nobody's talking about, at least at the level that they should be talking about, the Indians. So they're in a great spot. I mean, think about it. They won their division easy. They weren't pressed. Their starting rotation took a big hit, actually, with Bauer not being able to finish the year the way he was counted on, because he's been fantastic this year. The two best starting rotations in baseball are going to go against each other, and that's leaving out really the Boston Red Sox, who are just equally as good when you think about what they've thrown out. So this really is a throwback series to where you're going to see the Terry Francona, A.J. Hinch rely heavily on their starters. Now, to your point, the Astros are much better. Their bullpen's much better. The perception of their pen is better. And, of course, they added a monster to their rotation. So they're well-equipped. But the road to the World Series this year for them, I think, is that much more difficult. So it really is a clash of the Titans of this. And look, I'm not stuck in old-school baseball, but I would love to watch these guys go at it, because when you go to a baseball game with Houston and Cleveland, you're not going to the baseball game watching 12 pitchers per game pitch. You're going to the baseball game watching classic, old-style, get-after-it, true starters that we've gotten away from as an industry, and that's why that's why we're talking about them in the realm that we are.
I love it. Ask John the poll question before we send him out the door. Chris, go for it.
Okay, John, which American League team has the best chance to win the World Series? Of course, Indians, Astros, Red Sox, Yankees.
What do you have for me?
You know, it's hard to go against Houston and their pedigree of what they've been through. And look, it's still, thankfully, my life doesn't depend on making that pick.
Nice.
It would be our hardest pick to pick, because all four of those teams are equally as competent to make the run. So it's much like matchups in the NCAA tournament. Sometimes you get a good seed and you get an opportunity to go through. Well, all four of them got bad seeds because they have to play really, really good teams. But if you pressed me, I'd say that still Houston, defending champs, someone's got to knock them off.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.